Say bye, dry Tortugas. Kason, did you have fun? Yes. Ooh. Hey. Day 2. Packed out, headed out. Yeehaw. Loggerhead Key. Gonna do some recreational snorkeling this morning before we start heading back. Water looks clear. Some great little rocks on this beach right here. Oh.
Our turn too, I hope so.
We're gonna fish it. So this is on the way home. You can tell it's a little shallower. This is a good example of what I call looking with my gun. I've talked about it in other videos when I actually saw a grouper swim into this ledge, and you can see I've got the light under the muzzle there, and I'm leading with my spear gun. That way, right when I see him, I'm ready to fire. See his face? Ready to fire right there. It's a quick shot. A lot of times if you stick your head in there first, they're gonna bolt. This fish was kind of hopping all around, and he ended up going into this rock. So that's the best way to do that. I a lot of times see people stick their head in there first, or they swim down and look into and under the rock from really far away, and the fish ends up bolting and getting away. But that's a good technique for hunting rocks and ledges. I've mentioned it before. This is a similar area. If you look carefully, you can see the black kind of cruising across the reef there. And he was heading into this rock. I had been following this fish. He wasn't extremely skittish, but he was swimming away from me, so I knew he was kind of curious. A lot of times if they're acting that way, they're gonna come back out and look at me. And you can see I saw him swim in there, and I'm kind of still hovering because I'm expecting him halfway to kind of poke out somewhere. And he does, pokes just his face out on the top side of the rock there, enough to get a shot in. And he kind of went a little crazy here. Got the flopper caught up under the edge, and I couldn't get it out in one dive. So I ended up coming back up. But yeah, a lot of times those fish, if they're running from you, but they're still kind of acting curious a little bit, if they go into a rock, more often than not, they're gonna poke back out or kind of eventually come back out and move down the reef a little more. It's pretty common. And he actually kind of went crazy just enough that he broke the shaft free, which made this pretty easy on me. Pretty quick extraction here. You can see the water's getting a little dirtier than it was on day 1. The tide was pushing out on our way home, and it started to get pretty green. But some nice groupers, no complaints.
I'm good, just watching unless...
Nice yellowtails.
Brentwood,
Full size.
she's putting one on.
Nothing crazy, we're just yellowtailing. Drifting little jigs back.
We're just trying to get some space here to work with.
All right, everybody ready? Let them drift. Fish on. Fish on. Nice yellow. Oh, you got Brant.
Uh-oh. Brant,
You got Clayton. Oh, you got a shark now.
Yep. I felt it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
look at them. There's like 4 now.
That was so crazy.
That was awesome.
Sharks are getting fired up.
Got some of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna move to another spot. Sharks are too bad.
Okay.
Plenty of full-size yellowtails. think we're gonna hit one more spot and call it a trip. It's been an amazing one. Tide kind of pushed out and got the water a little dirty, but no complaints at all. It was an amazing trip. See you guys at the dock. So I wanted to get a solid weight, not holding it. There she is. 50.4 gutted. What a beauty. Second biggest ever. Hell of a trip. Gonna get this bad boy filleted up. You! Unreal. See you in the kitchen. As I always say, I am not a trained chef. I have no idea what I'm doing. My good friend Will always makes these fancy dishes, so tonight I'm trying to make something super fancy. Kind of winging it. I've got these grouper collars from the trip. As you can see, one is much larger than the other. This is the 52-pound black grouper. These are about 10 to 15-pound black groupers. I dreamt something up. I'm gonna make Korean BBQ grouper collar tacos, if that makes sense. And it's gonna be topped with a sesame, cabbage, and avocado slaw. If it is terrible, sorry for wasting your time. If it's great, you're welcome. What you need: soy sauce, sesame seeds, sesame oil, sriracha, avocados, some red cabbage, and some healthy grouper collars if you got them. I'm gonna throw these in the oven. I'm gonna bake them at 350. The big guy, I'm gonna do 20-25 minutes. These I'm gonna do about probably 10 to 12 minutes, and I'm gonna pull all the meat out, and we'll go from there. So the big collar took way longer than I had expected, about 35 minutes, and I bumped it up to 400 to kind of expedite the process. The smaller collars were good. They did 10 to 12 minutes. This is all the meat. I pulled it out. I'm gonna toss it in some homemade Korean barbecue sauce that I bought from Publix. And I'm gonna throw it back on the pan and broil it just briefly, 3 to 4 minutes. Like I said, this is a trial run. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but we're gonna see. I don't wanna go too heavy here. Oh yeah, bro, light it up. Going heavy now.
Spin that collar.
Where does it go? It just disappears. Getting sucked up. All right, that was too much. Oh my god.
Hold on, I just walked in. What are we having here?
This is Korean barbecue grouper collar tacos
Ooh.
that I just invented.
Yeah, you never had those?
It's super custom. All right, going in the oven on broil. I don't know how long. I'll tell you when it comes out. Finished product was about 8 minutes on broil. This is the coleslaw I made. Red cabbage, avocado, sesame seeds, about a teaspoon of sesame seed oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Kind of mix it up. Here's my finished product. Let's see. I've never made this before. I'm trying to be fancy. Hold this. A little bit of sriracha on there. Doesn't look bad. Honest opinion. That's what we're looking for here. There's a lot of stuff going on. Flavor Town. Oh yeah. Avocado cooked in. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. I wouldn't write home about it, but it's pretty. I'm gonna eat at least 4 or 5 of them.
Alright, babe, my arm hurts.
It's not bad. I mean, for it being fish, it tastes kind of beefy. That's all I got this time. What are you talking about? Always talking crap.
No.
All right, guys, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. This is a pretty fun episode. Second biggest grouper for me. I get to eat it with my friends. I like to talk crap. Leave some comments, leave some love. Subscribe if you're not, and I will see you guys next time. Send me some more ideas. Later.